Holy crap, y'all. Ray Talks Hoop, BOTM. The BOTM stands for back on the mic. Now today I have some absolutely breaking news for you guys. James Harden just got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. He is going to be teaming up with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Now what's crazy about all this, well, everything is crazy about all this, but less than a half hour ago I posted a video saying that James Harden is about to get traded. And in the thumbnail, I had the Brooklyn Nets. I had James Harden in a Brooklyn Nets jersey. So I basically feel like I predicted the future right now. So Woj and Shams just tweeted out saying that James Harden got traded to the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm about to give you guys all the details. Who did he get traded for? What exactly is going to be going on here? Absolutely everything. So make sure to smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you're new so you don't miss a beat, and let's get into all the details. So if you keep up with the NBA, you pretty much saw this coming. Less than a month ago, James Harden was caught partying here in Vegas where I live with Lil Baby. And what's crazy about this, he got caught partying right when the Houston Rockets were starting training camp. They basically caught James Harden in HD when he was supposed to be in Houston for training camp. Instead, he was down in Vegas partying. So of course, James Harden gets asked about this, and listen to what he had to say about that.
He went to Atlanta and Vegas when training camp was starting.
I was just training.
What were you training for?
The start of the NBA season.
How did going to Atlanta and Vegas help you there when the Rockets were starting training camp in Houston?
Just my personal trainers.
And then after this, fast forward about a week or so, James Harden is finally training with the Houston Rockets, and the reporter asked James how he feels about being on the Rockets now that he's been training with the Houston Rockets for about a week or so. And instead of saying something nice like, oh, I love being with my team, listen to what James Harden had to say.
James, now that you've been in camp for about a week, do you feel any better about this situation now than you did before you arrived?
Next question.
And then this all leads us to yesterday's game, where I was pretty much certain that they were about to trade James Harden, even if they could only get a bag of Skittles for him. James Harden said that the Houston Rockets are just not good enough. Listen to what he had to say right here.
Surprised that y'all never made a run at all. In this one.
We're just not good enough. You know, we don't. Obviously, chemistry, talent-wise, just you know, I love this city. I literally, you know, have done everything that I can. You know, I mean, this situation is crazy. You know, it's something that I don't think can be fixed. So.
This dude is speaking recklessly. He's basically saying, get me out of Houston. I don't want to be in Houston no more. And now listen to what John Wall had to say about James Harden's comments.
Do you think the chemistry in this team can be fixed? What's the chemistry outside of the court at this point? And do you feel like not all the players on the team are on the same page? Is it just some miscommunication through the season, or is something more than that?
Like I said, it's going to be things where things get set off a little bit, you know what I mean, with guys missing games or missing practice, doing certain things like that. But at the end of the day, a lot of guys here want to compete at a high level. And like I told everybody tonight, and I told the guys before, when the 1 through 15 guys all on the same page, they commit, they know their role, they know what they want to do, they know what they want to get out of this, that's the win, you all will be fine. But when you have certain guys in the mix that don't want to buy in all as one, it's going to be hard to do anything special, do anything good as a basketball team. I've been on those teams in my 11 years been in the league. I've been on teams like that my first 5 years where it was all about me, 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 me.
So yeah, even though John Wall never said James Harden, it's very obvious he's talking about James. John is just being very respectful and professional when talking about this entire situation. And then the next reason we all thought James Harden was going to get traded was because Woj tweeted out this. Basically, it says that the Houston Rockets want to trade James Harden. They're just waiting for a good deal on him. And that leads us to right now. James Harden gets officially traded to the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to be teaming up with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and this might change everything going on with Kyrie Irving. Right now, Kyrie is in a lot of drama. We'll talk about that later, but for now, let's talk about what this trade means. I'm a Laker fan, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving, that scares me. As a Laker fan, that does pose a serious threat to my Lakers repeating, and I do not like that whatsoever. So who did James Harden get traded for? So far it's a 3-team trade, but apparently they're looking to expand even more. Shams tweeted out that the Nets are trading for James Harden. They are sending 4 first-round picks and 4 draft swaps to the Rockets. Karis LeVert and Jared Allen are leaving the Nets. So far, we don't know if they're going to the Rockets or where exactly it is that they're going. And then Woj tweeted out, the Rockets are expanding the deal to send Karis LeVert to the Pacers for Victor Oladipo, sources tell ESPN. So right now, it's still very unclear who's going where since there are multiple teams involved. It's not just one player for one player, but I will say if the Brooklyn Nets weren't title contenders as it is with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they are definitely title contenders now. I will make sure to update you guys as soon as more information comes out. If you watched this video all the way through, go ahead and give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. I keep you all in the loop on everything going on in the NBA. Once again, this is Ray Talks Hoop, BOTM. The BOTM stands for back on the mic. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow, and I am out of here.